Hi, this is a quick tutorial on how to use the button maker that's found in the elementary school library. First, you'll want to either cut out a picture or use one of the templates there to make your own button designs, and you'll want to cut them down so they fit into the circle cutter. Slide it through the little slot right there. Line up the picture that you want. When you're ready, press the lever down gently. Not a lot of pressure is needed. Lift the lever, pull the excess paper out, set aside, and then underneath you're going to press the little peg and it's going to pop your piece up. So now you're ready to make a button. Now that we've got your button design cut out, we're going to be using the button maker here. There are two sides, they're marked A and B, and they have matching buckets down here also marked A and B. So we're going to get supplies out. From the A side, you're going to need one of these discs. They often stick together, so right here you'll see two are stuck together. Take them apart. When you put it in, you want to put it in so that it's like cupped downward, so the smooth side is up top. You see that? That's going to be the button top. You're going to then put the picture in on top of that, and then a piece of Mylar here. Just make sure you only get one, and put that in on top. For the B side, I'm going to come back down here. You're going to get a ring. Again, you want to make sure only one ring is there, and you want to do this the opposite way. So the first one was cupped downward for A, and this one's going to be cupped upward. So take a look at the ring right there. I'm going to turn it this way, and it's going to go in just like that. Okay. Now for the fun part, this needs a little bit of muscle. You're going to slide side A underneath the press. You want to turn it by always holding the silver pieces, otherwise you get oil on your hands. This is hard, two hands usually. Pull it towards you and press down hard. It'll make a kerplunk sound. And then don't release your hands from that handle yet. It will fly backwards if you do, so gently just release it back to its home position. When you turn this again, just like it was in the original position, you're going to see nothing's in the A slot. And that's how it's supposed to be. It is stuck underneath this piece. The B slot now goes under it because you're going to put the back onto the button. Same thing. Lever down. And gently return it to its home position. When you turn it again, you will see your button is sitting in the B slot. Yay! So you now have a finished button with nothing in the back here, but we need to decide what we're going to do with it. So you can make a keychain, this connected with this little link to here, and your button will just pop onto this black piece. You can make a pin for wearing. Ooh, that was too foggy there. This will go into the back of it. Or you can make a magnet for hanging on fridges, things like that. We have some magnets here too. So these are your options. All of these supplies are found into the buckets on the right here in that little bag. The supplies on the bottom, we ask you to not open or touch except those magnets down there. These are extra supplies that we'll be using for future projects. So that's it. Now you've made a button.